Hi guys, so today I have a super special guest.
Hey guys!
That I may or may not have stolen from Sebastian's channel. Ashley is here with me, and if you don't know and if you haven't seen her on Sebastian's channel, it's called Look, Feeling, Smelling Great.
Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great, yeah.
That's it. And Ashley is an apprentice perfumer at Givaudan right now. So I'm super excited to have her here today, filming with me in Paris. So thank you for coming.
I'm so excited to be here.
No,
yes.
me too.
I'm a big fan.
No, me too. Honestly, me too. When I saw her on Sebastian's channel, I was like, oh my god. Ashley is actually launching her own channel like soon, or she'll give you some information about it, but it's also going to be on fragrance and her journey.
Yeah, so I realized I really love talking about fragrances and I want to do more of it. I don't know the exact launch date yet, but you guys can follow me at Ashley in Paris on Instagram, and it's just spelled ASHLEY in Paris.
Okay.
And
I will link it below, so don't worry.
Cool.
We have a super exciting video that I honestly cannot wait to film and share with you guys. We're going to be talking about Ashley's top date night fragrances within the designer realm. In no particular order, she's just going to go through, talk about why she loves them, etc. And maybe I'll give a little comment here and there if I like them or hate them, whatever.
So I was the same way when I first started getting into fragrances. Like, I was a hardcore niche snob.
Oh yeah?
And it wasn't...
Niche snob? Okay.
I was, like, self-admitted niche snob. Like, I really didn't know much about designer fragrances, even though like, they're more common. I mean, you can find them in the mall. They're much more accessible. And I think I like part of, like, the treasure hunt of finding, like, my perfect niche fragrance. And the stories and the storytelling behind them. But when I started my classical perfumery training, you know, we really go into like the history of designer fragrances and how they've evolved to what's on the market today. And it really gave me like a newfound appreciation, and I think now I really like both categories equally.
Okay, nice.
So since it's a really hot day in Paris today.
Oh my god, it's so hot, guys. I'm like super sweating and like I'm struggling right now. I can barely breathe, but we're trying to get through it.
It's not really any particular order. So I think kind of the one I'm going to start with is Chanel Bleu. Okay. Because it's popular. I know you guys all know it and you've all heard of it, but one of my favorite anecdotes is one of my best friends in college. This guy broke up with her and like she had to buy a bottle of Chanel Bleu just because she like missed him so much. Like, it's the kind of smell girls remember, and it's also like it's so fresh, it's so likable. I think you're hard pressed to find a girl that doesn't at least like Chanel Bleu. So especially if it's a first date, you don't know someone's taste yet. It's an easy choice.
I agree. For me, it's one of those fragrances, like an easy reach scent. If you're going on a date, you wear this scent. If you know, like, you have no idea what this person likes, if they like fresh, sweet, blah, 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 you don't care. You just wear Bleu de Chanel because you know that you're going to smell good, clean, fresh, and like a man. So I think it's really, I think you're right about this. So I'm also a fan.
And then next on just easy likability, Ultra Mal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. So good.
Yeah, it's really good. I hate to admit it, but it's so good.
So I feel like I actually don't smell men's fragrances so often, like a little bit when I'm studying, but unless I'm going to wear it for myself, like that's not really the ones I'm recommending here. The scents that I'm recommending, like I've smelled them on a guy and I've liked them. So Ultra Mal I actually smelled on a date, and normally date fragrances, like as a perfumer, like you don't really think about them. It's like, oh, he smells okay. And this was maybe the first, Ultra Mal was the first and only time I asked a guy what he was wearing on a date.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like it was actually so good. Not just out of curiosity, I was like, whoa, like what is that? The One by Dolce & Gabbana. Aptly named. Like really, it's a great fragrance. It's another easy wear, I think.
Oh, for sure. I'm also a massive fan of The One. Although we all know, everybody knows it, it's very much crowd pleaser, bestseller, overused, overloved, but you cannot go wrong with a fragrance like this. Like, it's impossible to smell bad wearing a fragrance like this. You cannot. So I really love it for this reason, and I used to be a massive fan of this scent. The only reason why I didn't recommend it a lot on my channel recently is because it is so popular. And you know, sometimes you want to recommend things that are a little more unique and make you stand out, but Dolce & Gabbana The One, I cannot fault the way that it smells.
Yes, and so I think it's inspired so many other fragrances that like sometimes it gets a bit lost in the crowd, but it's a great fragrance. There's a reason it's inspired so many other fragrances. There's a reason that it's such a good seller because people like it. And I like it. I also really love Dior Homme.
Ah, me too. Me too. Okay, me too.
And that also is just like a really refined scent. So I think that's a really great fragrance if like you don't have time to like go home before your date. You need something that you can wear to the office and also the date.
I like what you said.
That's cool. And Dior Homme is both. I think it smells really professional and classy and elegant and refined, but also there's like a warmth to the iris note that I think makes it really appropriate for a date.
Yeah.
Whereas like for me personally, like something like Terre d'Hermès, it's very buttoned up and refined, but I don't know, at least for me on a date, it's a bit too buttoned up.
Okay, got it.
But
I love what you... Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hermès, Terre d'Hermès, but I do really love what she said about... what Ashley said about Dior Homme, because for me, I have recommended a lot the Dior Homme Intense, but I feel like the whole Dior Homme line, you could get any one of them, maybe except for the parfum, because the parfum is very intense, but the rest of the line, like you could get any of them and they do exactly what you said. Like you can wear them to the office, but then you can also transport it into your date night. Exactly.
Also, any Dior Homme on a date, any of them, they're all good. Fahrenheit, I think, is kind of like a unique choice. I just love Fahrenheit. I think it's a very polarizing fragrance.
Oh, yeah.
It's unique. And so I think that's one, if you want to just be memorable, maybe you want your personality to show through and you love Fahrenheit, I think it's more of a bolder choice.
Okay. Fahrenheit, for me, I agree with everything that Ashley said. It's super bold. It's super unique. You have to be so confident if you're wearing a scent like this, because it's not your typical date night scent. It's not your typical masculine or likable aftershave out of the shower scent. It's completely different. It smells super unique, super strong. But in a way, I feel like it makes you stand out so much that if that's the sort of person that you are, you want to make yourself notice, you want to stand out, you want to make an impression, then Fahrenheit, I guess, is for you. But
it's a risk.
It's a risk, for sure. It's somebody who likes to take a risk. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I know I'd be really impressed if someone wore a Fahrenheit on it.
Probably me too.
Yeah.
Probably me too.
Oh, the Bentley.
Ah, okay.
Bentley. And I think the reason I forgot about it is, to me, that's a very wintertime scent.
Yeah.
And it's super hot out.
Yeah, it's so, like, it's honestly...
Yeah. It's like, I think 32 degrees Celsius, something like 85 degrees Fahrenheit in Paris right now. So for me, this is not the weather for Bentley for men intense, but like once it drops down to 28, 25, then you can start wearing it, and so good, so it's boozy, really good. So yummy.
Honestly, I'm surprised. Like, I'm not surprised because affordable brands, they can make really good quality fragrances.
Yeah.
But this fragrance, it's amazing. Like, it smells super high quality.
Yes.
The like complexity of the scent is just amazing. It's super refined, woody, boozy.
Yes.
It's just amazing. Like, I really love it.
And I think it's also like whenever you're gonna have like your first date, like maybe you'll cuddle, you'll watch a movie. It's really good for like up close because it's just yummy. Like, I think it's a very cozy fragrance.
It's masculine yummy.
You want to hug it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you want from a date, a huggable fragrance.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Okay.
And that's my list. Oh, okay. So I have like two kind of more risky in the line of Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So there's Pour Monsieur by Chanel, which is quite an old fragrance. I don't know, but I think it's before the 50s. But I think it smells really, really good on skin. And Bel Ami by Hermès, which is funny because I think it translates to like beautiful friend, and I know a lot of guys are afraid of being friend-zoned. But I think it's lovely. It's a really yummy, like, leather, mossy vetiver scent that I think is super masculine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So those were your two, like, out-of-the-box fragrances. Okay. Nice. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video with Ashley and I. Too. And don't forget to check out Ashley's Instagram. I'll have it in the link down below, along with all of the fragrances that we spoke about today. Thank you guys, and we will see you soon. Bye.